Welcome everyone. Today we're diving into the world of capital property and breaking down terms like capital gains, capital losses, and adjusted cost base. All right, let's get to it. First off, what in the world is capital property? Well, it's basically anything you own that could either grow or shrink in value over time. We're talking real estate, intellectual property, and even investments like bonds or stocks. Now, let's talk about adjusted cost base. Don't let the fancy pants name intimidate you. It's just the total amount you paid to get that capital property. This number is important because it's how you calculate whether you've made a capital gain or loss when you sell the property. The higher your adjusted cost base, the lower your capital gain will be, and vice versa. Before we get into an example, let's take a quick detour to explore capital gains. In a nutshell, capital gains are the profit you make when you sell a capital property, which we call proceeds of disposition, for more than what you paid, aka the adjusted cost base. Let's bring it into life with an example. Say I bought a stunning Lauryn Hill painting for $5,000 and sold it months later for $5,500. Well, hot diggity dog, I made a tidy profit of $500. But what if I bought the painting for $5,000 and sold it for $5,200? My capital gain would be a modest $200 this time around. Moving on to capital losses. This is the exact opposite. It's when you sell capital property for less than what you paid, aka the adjusted cost base. Suppose I scored a sweet red Pontiac for $2,000 and sold it months later for $1,500. In this case, I'd end up with a capital loss of $500. Ooh, ouch. This is what you get when you sell capital property for less than what you paid for it, aka, you guessed it, the adjusted cost base. Now, let's chat about how taxes work with these gains and losses. For capital gains, only 50% are taxable. Phew! If you end up in the red with a capital loss, it's not all doom and gloom. You can actually use it to offset any capital gains you've made, helping cut your tax bill. Oh, and just a heads up that we thought you should know, the government has special rules about capital gains when it comes to personal use property. And there you have it, a crash course in capital property, capital gains, capital losses, and adjusted cost base. Hope you had a blast, because we sure did.